Ian Strung here with another CanCon Classic segment. Today we will be profiling Hamilton's Danger Death Ray. The band consists of Christopher Farr on guitar, Daniel Farr on bass, and Ryan Fahey on drums. Danger Death Ray is an instrumental rock band that define themselves as post-surf. What does that mean? Well, take a listen. Here's the lead-off track from their 2022 album Devastation. This is DDT. That was DDT from Danger Death Ray, Hamilton's post-surf band. I saw this band at Seascape October 21st of this year checking out Starship Experience, who I used to play in and who also have a fair degree of surf to them, another Death Ray band, Orbiting Death Ray, and Versus the Borg, a band that had a song called Kobayashi Marooned. There was also a band called Busm, B-U-S-M. Seascape is a space bar upstairs and a gaming bar downstairs. It felt like a geeky night. Nowadays, when I attend a show, I always ask every band through Instagram whether or not they're going to play a Canadian song. These guys said they were going to do Shadowy Men on a Shadowy Planet. They don't call them Chihuahuas anymore. Talk about serendipitous. We just had the Black Void cover Shadowy Men on a Shadowy Planet 5 episodes back. That time we played the studio version of They Don't Call Them Chihuahuas Anymore, Shadowy Men's big video hit from 1994 recorded by Steve Albini, and the Black Void performed Having an Average Weekend. Now we're doing it the other way around, and Shadowy Men founder Don Pyle will be chiming in. But first, here's another track off Danger Death Ray's LP Devastation. This is Comets and Lasers. that was Comets and Lasers off Danger Death Ray's 2022 LP Devastation. This album is on CD and vinyl, but not on streaming. I recommend going to their Bandcamp, getting it, and listening to the whole thing. The surf genre started out with a ton of spring reverb and not a lot of distortion on the guitar, but Danger Death Ray brings a ton of distortion and guitar effects to the table, enough that they consider themselves a merger of the Ventures and Nirvana. Last time, I talked about Shadowy Men on a Shadowy Planet and how listening to them took you away into another world where the melody, played on the guitar, is the key element. Without vocals to allow for repeated melody every verse and chorus, the composition is more efficient and it actually holds your attention perhaps better than vocal music. This is where Danger Death Ray really excels. Their compositions are great, and with their imagery that suggests alien invasion in video games, they really appeal to the geeky side of my brain that likes retro gaming and the idea of guitar pedals and playing with electricity when it comes to music. Obviously, the different types of distortion and effects pedals are way more on display here than in a vocal band, since the guitar is now the focus, and this is very much an audiophiles band. The album was recorded in Hamilton's Downtown Sound studio and pressed at Precision Pressing in Burlington. Danger Death Ray is fronted by the two Fahey's, Christopher and Daniel, and the high-quality level of this band suggests a family affair, the life's musical work of some seriously dedicated cats. Here's Something for the Demon with Everything by Danger Death Ray off their Devastation LP. This track represents a throwback to the earlier pure surf style. Check it out. Now here's another Danger Death Ray original to illustrate how they are post-surf. This is Jiffy Scuttler Joyride. That was Jiffy Scuttler Joyride by Danger Deathray. Danger Deathray will be doing the Shadowy Men on a Shadowy Planet video hit They Don't Call Them Chihuahuas Anymore, and there will be a special guest doing the introduction, Don Pyle. Don Pyle was Shadowy Men's drummer and went on to be a producer and photographer as well. He played in King Cobb Steely, one of my favorites. He did music for film, including Sarah Polley's movie I Shout Love. He had a photography show at the Beaver Bar in Toronto chronicling the punk scene in Toronto 1976 to 1980. He produced and mixed artists like the Sadies, Iggy Pop, and Peaches. So Don Pyle is amazing, and he will be commenting on the famous video for They Don't Call Them Chihuahuas Anymore. Here are the two introductions in a row, and then we'll hear Danger Deathray's version of Chihuahuas recorded live at Seascape in Toronto.
Thanks, Ian. I'm Christopher Farr, the guitar player from Hamilton's post-surf instrumental trio, Danger Deathray. What does Shadowy Men on a Shadowy Planet mean to me? Well, first heard of them watching Kids in the Hall. They did all the incidental music on that TV show, and I was a young teenager. So hearing that music, I went to the music world and sought out a CD, and I became a fan. I started writing a whole bunch of instrumental music, and this was before I heard of Surf, The Ventures, before I heard of Man or Astro Man, or The Advantage, and taking influence from video game music. It was Shadowy Men on a Shadowy Planet. So they are very special to me. They are close to my heart. And I had the pleasure of meeting Brian Connolly, the guitarist, at the reunion show in... Where was that? Niagara?
In Niagara, yeah.
In Niagara. Yeah, and I told him how I was a big fan and I was a big influence, and he was very friendly and very nice about it, and we had a very nice chat. Oh, and I had the pleasure of meeting Don Pyle, too, the drummer, and he was very nice to us.
Hey, this is Daniel Farr, the bass player from Danger Deathray. It was really great being able to finally see the band and meet the guys in it and let them know what an influence they were, because Reed had passed away when we were teenagers, so I never thought we'd ever be able to see them live or meet them as a band. But then when Dallas joined in 2012 and he was playing Reed's bass, that was really special and exciting opportunity. I first saw them play in 2014 at a bar on Queen West. It was my birthday, actually, and I remember they had a lip-syncing drag queen open, so it felt like a legit Shadowy Men show, something from Kids in the Hall opening or something like that. Since then, been able to befriend Don and share our music with him and let him know what an influence he was on us. We chose They Don't Call Them Chihuahuas Anymore because we thought it's the next most popular song after Having an Average Day Weekend. And it's a great tune. I also want to let everybody know about our Surf, Rockabilly, and Roll monthly showcase at Doors Pub in Hamilton. So this is a monthly showcase that takes place the first Friday of every month, featuring Hamilton's treble tones and then other rotating special guests in the genres of surf, rockabilly, and roots rock. So you can find details for our monthly events on Facebook. Search for the Surf, Rockabilly, and Roll Showcase at Doors Pub in Hess Village, Hamilton. You can also find our music on Bandcamp, live performance videos on YouTube, and you can stay in touch and follow us through Facebook and Instagram.
This is Don Pyle from Shadowy Men on a Shadowy Planet, talking to you about our song, They Don't Call Them Chihuahuas Anymore, in anticipation of hearing Danger Deathray play a cover of it. I'm all tingly and in anticipation, waiting for that. It was on our third album, which is called Sport Fishin', that we recorded in Chicago at the Chicago Recording Company. It's the only one of our albums that we actually recorded as an album all at one time. The others were all done kind of like a few songs at a time. It was a beautiful big studio recorded by our friend Steve Albini, and there were gold records of Janet Jackson on the wall to inspire us, but I don't know if Janet inspired that particular song in any way. I can't tell you too much about writing or recording that song, but most of my memory is about the music video that we made for that. We made 5 videos, and 4 of them we made ourselves. and They Don't Call Them Chihuahuas Anymore was the only one that someone outside of the band made a video for us. A friend had an idea. We thought it would be nice to just be the band hamming it up in front of the cameras. So we did that, and all of our videos were super cheap to make. I remember like our first video was like $50. Our second video was like $90. And each time we made a video, the budget doubled, except for that one, which, of course had a big budget because it had, a crew and stuff. But one of the most expensive things in the video was a chihuahua. We rented a chihuahua, a performing chihuahua who we were told would do anything on command, and the thing was so scared that we barely got a shot of it. But whatever, it looks good turning around on a turntable. We, for some reason, superimposed some words over the side of the chihuahua, one of which was Saskadelphia, which very oddly has appeared recently as either a Gord Downey song or a Tragically Hip title or something related to them, where they've used that title, and we were like, hey, where'd they get that word from? Anyway, without further ado, here is Danger Death Ray playing They Don't Call Them Chihuahuas Anymore. Thanks, Ian.
All right, next we're going to play a song by a Toronto band called the Shadowy Men on a Shadowy Planet. Woo! Yeah. Everybody ready? Are you guys ready? Yeah! All right, this is called They Don't Call Them Chihuahuas Anymore.
That was Hamilton's Danger Death Ray performing They Don't Call Them Chihuahuas Anymore, October 21st at Seascape in Toronto. That's all for this week. Remember to follow me on Instagram at Ian Strung, my original music at Cold in Hands CA, and my bunch of CanCon classics at Grand Fenwick. Tune in for the rest of this episode to hear another vintage remastered CanCon classic spot from 2022. Cheers!